Mr. Tu,
Yes,
thank you for being here at Amsterdam Drone Week.
my pleasure.
A warm welcome. Can you explain why the drone industry is moving in the last year a little bit slower than it used to be? And you from the NASA, you know that it's
Right.
pretty simple to put things on the moon these days.
Well,
But flying-
never simple, but
But flying drones seems to be more difficult.
yeah.
Can you explain what the reason is?
Yeah, I think in order to move everything forward in this area, you need developments on several tracks simultaneously. You need development of the vehicles and the advances in the vehicles, but you also need development and advances in the system that allow for these vehicles to fly safely, and then you need also development in the policies and regulations. So if any one of those areas does not keep up, then you slow things down overall, right? So I think we're continuing to see some tremendous advances in the vehicles themselves. And just looking at the showcase here and the number of vehicles that they have and the type of capabilities they offer. So I think we're still having very good development in the actual vehicles that industry is providing. I think the other thing that we need to now accelerate is the development and deployment of the system that will allow more than just the one-off demonstrations, but allow many of these vehicles to fly together safely in an airspace environment. And then at the same time, based on the data that comes out of those tests of flying integrated set of vehicles, the regulators and the policymakers can set the policies that allow for these vehicles to fly. And that, of course, also takes into account public acceptance and some of the concerns the public may have. Well, what are the rules and regulations that are going to keep me safe as a public on the ground, or other concerns that they may have regarding noise, privacy, and those things. So I think whenever we see maybe what appears to be a slowdown, it's usually when one of those tracks is not keeping up and advancing at the same rate.
Thank you. And what is NASA's role in the whole ecosystem?
Yeah. So NASA is working primarily in that middle section there of developing a system, providing the tools and technologies that will help create a safe system by which many of these vehicles can fly. Ultimately, we also want to create a system where these vehicles can fly together with piloted vehicles in a safe environment. And so NASA's role is to provide that technology and the capabilities and the systems that will provide that. We think industry is already doing very well and heavily invested in the vehicles themselves, and then there are other government entities that will take on the role of the policies and the regulations around it, informed by the information that NASA and the industry provides.
Okay. And do you research those things independently, or does the industry ask for research?
No, it's always in collaboration, because at the end of the day, whatever system we propose or develop or put together is going to be used by those end users, right? And so those end users, together with the drone industry, has to be a partner with that. Some of the types of systems that are developed may require or need certain capabilities that the drones should have in terms of broadcasting, communication, sensors, etc. And so we always need to be doing that in partnership.
And how does an event like this, like Amsterdam Drone Week, help the industry forward?
I think it really helps in the sense that it brings everyone together, right? There's all the different types of stakeholders that I just mentioned here. Noord-Holland's here, right? The province is here. The manufacturers are here showcasing their drones. Research entities are here as well. So an event like this is really critical because it brings together the various parts of that system that I just talked about together in the same place.